I trusted her with my whole heart. Until one night changed everything. I never thought a single sentence could destroy a relationship. But the moment I read, "He doesn't know, and he can never find out," I realized my entire life was built on a lie. I wasn't snooping. That's the part that still messes with my head. I wasn't jealous, paranoid, or looking for something to hurt myself. I just picked up her phone because it wouldn't stop vibrating. Her name was Emma. We had been together for 4 years. 4 solid years. The kind of relationship people envy. The kind where friends say, if you two ever break up, love isn't real. We lived together. Shared bills. Shared routines. Shared plans for the future. We even talked about names for our future kids, half joking, half serious. I trusted her completely. Until that night. I met Emma at a friend's birthday party. I didn't even want to go that night. I was tired, broke, and convinced nothing good ever happened after midnight. But there she was, sitting on the balcony, laughing like the world wasn't heavy. "Do you always hide from parties?" I asked. She smiled. "Only the bad ones." That was it. That was the moment. She was warm. Easy to talk to. The kind of person who listened when you spoke instead of waiting for her turn. Within weeks, we were inseparable. She moved in after 8 months. It felt natural. Like we had skipped the awkward stages and landed straight into comfort. We had arguments, sure. But nothing toxic. Nothing explosive. Just normal stuff, money, time, stress. At least, that's what I thought. Looking back, the signs were there. They always are. She'd sometimes go quiet when her phone buzzed. Not always. Just sometimes. She guarded her phone more than she used to. Face down. Silent mode. Password changed. When I asked, she laughed. "You sound paranoid." And I believed her. Because I trusted her more than my own instincts. There was one name I noticed popping up occasionally, Liam. "Who's Liam?" I asked once, casually. She shrugged. "Just a coworker. You'd like him." "He's boring." That should have reassured me. It didn't. The night everything broke. It was a Thursday. Ordinary. Boring. We ordered takeout and watched a random show neither of us really liked. Emma went to shower. Her phone stayed on the couch. Then it started vibrating. Over and over. I looked at it. I didn't touch it at first. I swear. But then another notification popped up. "Liam, did you tell him yet?" My chest tightened. I picked up the phone. It was unlocked. I wish it hadn't been. I scrolled. Slowly. Carefully. Like I was walking through a minefield. There were months of messages. Not just flirting. Not just emotional stuff. Plans. Secrets. Apologies. Late-night confessions. And then the message that destroyed me. "Emma, he trusts me completely. I hate myself for this." Liam, then leave him. "Emma, I can't. Not yet. Not yet." I felt sick. My hands were shaking when she walked back into the room. She saw her phone in my hands and froze. "What are you doing?" she asked. My voice came out calm. Too calm. "Who is Liam really?" She didn't answer. That silence was louder than any confession. She sat down slowly. "I didn't want you to find out like this." "Find out what?" I asked. "That you're cheating on me?" Her eyes filled with tears. "It's not that simple." I laughed. A broken, ugly laugh. "It never is." She told me Liam was someone from her past. Someone she never fully let go of. Someone she reconnected with during a rough time in our relationship. It didn't start physical, she said quickly. I swear. I stood up. But it became physical. She nodded. I felt like I was watching my life from outside my body. I should have left that night. Everyone says that. I say that. But I didn't. She cried. She apologized. She begged. I love you, she said. I made a mistake. A mistake. 4 months of lies is not a mistake. But I loved her. And love makes you stupid. We agreed to try again. Therapy. Transparency. No contact with Liam. For a while, it seemed to work. Until the second twist. 3 weeks later, Emma sat me down. There's something else, she said. My stomach dropped. Of course there is. She hesitated. Then whispered, I might be pregnant. I couldn't breathe. Is it mine? She didn't answer immediately. That pause lasted a lifetime. I don't know, she said. I think something inside me died in that moment. We waited. Tests. Appointments. Silence. I slept on the couch. I avoided her eyes. Every future I imagined shattered into pieces. When the results came back, the baby wasn't mine. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just felt empty. Emma wanted forgiveness. Again. She wanted me to stay. Again. I'll choose you, she said. I promise. But for the first time, I saw clearly. She didn't choose me when it mattered. She chose comfort. Safety. Silence. I packed my things that night. She cried. She begged. She held on to my arm. Please, she whispered. Don't throw away 4 years. I looked at her and said, quietly, you already did. It's been a year since I left. I still think about her sometimes. Not with anger. Not with love. Just with sadness. Because the hardest truth I learned wasn't about betrayal. It was this. Someone can love you, and still destroy you. And sometimes, walking away isn't giving up. It's choosing yourself for the first time. Trust is fragile. Love is powerful. But without honesty, even the strongest relationship becomes a slow, silent heartbreak. I stayed because I felt sorry for her. And that was my biggest mistake. I didn't stay because I loved her. I stayed because I thought she would fall apart without me. And realizing that too late ruined both of us. I met Clara during the worst year of my life. I had just moved to a new city, barely knew anyone, and was still recovering from a breakup that left me emotionally empty. She worked at a small bookstore near my apartment. Quiet, soft-spoken, always smiling like she was afraid the smile might disappear if she stopped trying. She remembered my name after the second visit. Rough day, she asked once, noticing I bought the same book twice. That was how it started. Clara was different. She didn't demand attention. She didn't play games. She listened. We started getting coffee after her shifts. Long talks. Shared silences. She opened up slowly. I've had a hard life, she told me one night. People usually leave. Something about that sentence hooked into my chest. I promised myself I wouldn't be one of them. We started dating. It was calm. Safe. Almost too safe. She leaned on me a lot. Emotionally. Constantly. At first, it felt good. Like I mattered. Like I was important to someone in a way I hadn't been before. But slowly, it started to feel heavy. Clara cried easily. Not loud crying. Quiet, trembling crying that made you feel like a monster for causing it. If I wanted a night alone, she'd say, it's okay. I'll just sit here. If I went out with friends, she'd text, I'm trying not to panic. If I seemed distant, she'd ask, did I do something wrong? I stopped asking myself if I was happy. I only asked if she was okay. One night, she told me about her past relationship. He left without warning, she said. One day he just packed his things. I didn't see it coming. Her hands were shaking. I promised myself I'd never abandon someone like that, she whispered. And without realizing it, I made the same promise. To her. A year into the relationship, I met her old friend, Maya. We were alone for a moment when Maya asked, "So, how is Clara doing now?" "She's better," I said. "I think." Maya looked confused. "Better from what?" I shrugged. "From everything. Her past." Maya hesitated. "She told you what happened with her ex, right?" "Yes." Maya went quiet. "That's not how I remember it." Later that night, Maya messaged me. "I don't want to hurt you, but Clara has a habit of rewriting stories." My heart started pounding. She told me the ex didn't leave suddenly. Clara had pushed him away. Constant accusations. Emotional pressure. Threats of self-harm if he needed space. He didn't abandon her. He escaped. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The crying. The guilt. The fear of me leaving. It wasn't vulnerability. It was control. Not intentional. Not evil. But still destructive. I asked her directly. Why did Maya tell me a different story? Her face changed instantly. "She hates me," Clara said. "She's lying." "Did your ex really just leave?" I asked. She looked down. "He said he needed space," she admitted. "But that's the same thing." It wasn't. That night, she broke down harder than I'd ever seen. "If you leave, I don't know what I'll do," she sobbed. And something inside me snapped. Not in anger. In clarity. "I can't be responsible for keeping you alive," I said quietly. She looked at me like I'd slapped her. Packing my things felt like betrayal. She sat on the bed, silent, broken. "I thought you were different," she said. "I was," I replied. "But I lost myself trying to save you." 4 months, I felt like a villain. Then slowly, I felt free. Not happy. Not immediately. But lighter. I heard later she found help. Therapy. Support. I hope it's true. Love shouldn't be built on fear, guilt, or responsibility. Because staying out of pity is just another way of lying. And sometimes, the kindest thing you can do is walk away.